guys, welcome to the another video. Uh, Today I also get up as on 6 a.m. on the 6 a.m. and I think on yesterday I was also get up on in the morning 6 a.m. and I told it and if I talk about today, so I just go on the bed at 11 o'clock. Yes, and yesterday was not a special day, just a normal day. I just get up 6 o'clock, and after that I just as a as a as every day as like every day I just do some exercise, and after that after exercise I going for the morning activity, which is brush and bathing and get a fresh. Then after that I just go for a take a breakfast, and after breakfast I just go for a and I think I'm on the 9 o'clock. I'm in the library, and I study 9 to 12 o'clock, and after 9 or 12 I just I again came to hostel, and I take a rest. I think 1 to 1.5 hour, half an for 1 hour, and after that it's lunch time. So sometimes on that time I just using a Duolingo on between time like about 12 to 30 o'clock. So I just take a 15 minutes or 30 minutes to learn Spanish, or yes, and I learn Spanish words like I can introduce myself in Spanish. um okay, so I start to introduce myself in Spanish. mm, ¿Cómo te amas? I mean, what is your name? Me llamo Amrendra. My name is Amrendra. ¿De dónde eres? It means where are you from? So yo vivo en Rohtak. So it's mean I live in Rohtak. Mm, and cuál te, it means how are you. So it's meaning in a response muy bien. It means बहुत अच्छा. muy bien बहुत अच्छा. Bien means अच्छा, muy means very. And I think I learned a lot of word in Spanish, like some 100 to 150 of phrase, like leche means milk, and soy means today, and I talk about only yesterday whatever I learned in Spanish word. So I learned meanings of milk, meanings of water. Agua means water. Ocupada means busy. Disculpe means excuse me. And I learned or any or whatever, I think I forget. And so I also practice for Spanish language, and I just get I have in today's time I have not money, so I'm going to purchase a book which is for learning Spanish, and I am going to buy after end of month, because in that time I have no money to purchase that book. It's cost around 600, so that's why I'm not able to buy that book. And yes, guys, it's my free time for like it's become my hobby whenever I get a free time, so I just go for learning Spanish. And I also sometimes practice my English speaking. I take a subscription on Joe's Scale, which is around 600, and it's a for 1 year's subscription. And whenever I get a free time, so I just make a random call and I connected to the stranger person, and I just started to talking with them in English. And the opponent person are also started to talk to me in English, and he's introduced ourselves and I also introduce myself. So that's if I talk about their experience, so it's a quite good, not a bad, because it's a something, some like negative points also, some positive point also. Like if I talk about the negative points of there, so it's a negative point is that um, between of conservation there is no one to guide you. And if you want to improve your own English speaking, so you have to just improve your English speaking by yourself. And if I talk about a positive point and what advantages of this book, so if you speak more and more and listen more and more, so you can become a fluency, you can get a fluency in English. And there is a many videos lecture are also included on that course, like how to learn, how to like about tense, about sentence, about word, about phrase, about possessive, about active voice, about passive voice. So like that's type of knowledgeable contents are included on that course. Yes, and I also whenever I get a free times, like after lunch, I just using this application for more than 20 minutes and 25 minutes, because it's helpful for me to speak English like a fluency. I think in today's time I also is trying to speak like a fluency, but I'm not fluent, because in my environment my friend is also don't talk to me in English. He's always their native language in Haryana, but my native language is Bhojpuri, but I'm not talking on that to anyone in Bhojpuri. I'm just using my own what is called, I'm just talking to them, communicate to them using Hindi. Yes, so I can speak Hindi. I can not speak Haryani, because I can understand, but and my native language is Bhojpuri, so I understand. And I also I have a fluency in Bhojpuri. And one more thing, I can understand Spanish language, but I'm just trying to speak in Spanish, but it's not possible because it's too hard. And most of the time we have to just learn all the other content, all the word, all the phrases of Spanish, because it's too much different from Hindi, it's too much different from English. So that's why I am facing a difficult to whenever I speak. And I think it's been 1 month to learning Spanish. And I think I don't get a time to learn Spanish. Too much time. I think I just get 15 to 20 minutes, so I think it's not sufficient to get a fluency. So that's why. And mm, I think it's been 9 minutes of video recording. Okay, so if I talk about my yesterday, how was my yesterday day, so I think I told you already. So I just show you my hostel roof. I'm on the roof of my hostel, which my hostel name is Everest. And on in that time I daily came to my hostel roof to record a video and for a workout. As you know already, I told you, I was told you. And so I'm going to show you on roof of my hostel. And I also want to show you how you see seen from roof. So it's a roof. And it's in MDU there is a total 10 hostels, so I'm stay on the hostel number 10th. Its name is Everett, and it's the biggest hostel of all the if I talk about all comparatively other hostel, and I you can see, mm, it's like and I think it's not look, and he's going to the like on that building, and yes, you can see the tower, so where, and also it's spread on that area, and here it's also part, this building, this floor is also a part of this hostel, and you can see you can see yes, on roof, on a small room are also, so it's also a part of this hostel, and I'll show you the how it's, you can see, it's, so I think on from roof there is a lot of beauty and nature you can see, and lot, in MDU, if I talk about their ranking in planting of trees, so it's a number one greenery university in all over Haryana, and its NIRF ranking is 96th. It's a parking, and I think hostel staff are park their car, and also it's a tower of MDV, and on the other block, on the front of my hostel, it's a mathematics department. Yes, so one more thing, if I talk about MDU, so MDUs provide a lot of course. I think in MDU there is 22 department, and it's a provide to more than 200 courses. So I think to this are sufficient. So we will meet again tomorrow. Bye bye.